Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy fall. It is a little over halfway through Inktober, so I decided I'd show you my progress so far on some of these drawings. And for this first half of the challenge, I used this prompt list by Isabel Staub. She's a super talented artist on Instagram. And yeah, so here you can see my week 1 drawing. I decided to combine the first 3 prompts, which were leaves, pumpkin spice, and cozy, to make this drawing. And the supplies that I used were my micron pens and brush pens by Sakura. So in this first piece, I was just trying to get back into the flow of using ink and feeling comfortable with it again, since it's not a medium that I use a lot. And I was just trying to focus on having good, steady line work and also being able to vary line widths to, show different values and textures and form and stuff like that. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out in the end. Here you can see the final piece. And now on to day 4. Day 4's prompt was the Loch Ness Monster, and for this piece I again just used my micron pens and brush pens along with a white jelly roll. Day 5's prompt was werewolf, and so I made this werewolf sort of girl with, the ears and the teeth and everything, and I used my usual ink supplies plus acrylic markers and watercolors, which I kind of regret. You'll see the final piece in a moment, but I kind of think I should have just left it at the line work because I didn't really like how it turned out with the colors. I actually hated it so much that I tried to make a redo, but the redo ended up looking even worse, so I just left it there. Day 6 was Pixie, and for the outfit on here, I was kind of inspired by Tinkerbell's character because I just loved the classic sweetheart dress with the little pom-poms on her shoes, so I decided to incorporate those into here. And then I also just inked in a lot of flowers and things for the background to kind of tie the whole piece together. And for this, I just used my micron fine liners. 8th prompt was unicorn, and for this I just mixed up some of my watercolors to use them as colored inks with my dip pens because I was getting kind of bored of just using black ink for all of these. And this wasn't my favorite piece, but I do think it was kind of fun to try out like a different style from what I normally do. And through experimenting, I definitely figured out some things that I would want to try in the future with using colored inks. So I still learned a lot from this piece, even if I didn't really like how it turned out in the end. Day 8's prompt was vampire, and these are all the supplies that I used, but I really did not like how it turned out, so we're not going to talk about it. Day 10 was mermaid, and for this I finally got to use my dip pens with actual ink. My old ink thing leaked, so I had to buy a new one, but getting back into inks was really fun because I don't think I've used dip pens with ink for a couple years now. And one really great thing about dip pens in comparison to just traditional fine liners and things like that is you can get a lot of variety in line with just one nib because they're flexible, and so you can get really thin lines and really thick lines all in the same stroke, which really helps a lot with expression, and they're just really fun to use. So yeah, it was really nice to get to use these again. And the pens that I'm using are actually by Speedball, and it's in a set that comes with 2 pen holders and 6 nibs, I believe. I got it about 3 or 4 years ago, but it's super affordable if you are wanting to get into dip pens and try them out, and the ink that I'm using is also by Speedball. Day 11's prompt was candle, so I just made this quick little sketch using a colored pencil and some fine liners on top. Day 13 was spellbook, and so I did my line work using my micron fine liners and then went over with watercolors. Day 16 was spiderweb, and for this one again I just used my fine liners and some brush pens and then did watercolor over it. And for this prompt I kind of decided to do a piece inspired by the Greek myth about Arachne. I didn't actually want to draw any spiders for this piece, so that's why I chose to do that. Day 17 was potion, and so for this I decided to just draw this little like apothecary witch with all her little like plants and potion things around her. And this piece was actually really fun to make because most of my other ones were just like a figure by themselves, but for this I got to really focus on like the scene around her and adding little things to the room, which was pretty fun. And again, I just used some dip pens and then did watercolor over it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment what you'd like to see next, and be sure to subscribe for more Inktober videos coming very soon. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!